Welcome back to my channel. Yes, we're glazing this week. I did a bisque load the other day, so I have all kinds of items to be glazed. But my big hurry is I made this for a friend and I'd like to give it to him before Christmas is, a month gone. And we will be going to their house for dinner a couple days after Christmas. So I'm attempting to get this done. I'm doing a glaze combination I got from Unseth Pottery's YouTube channel. You should check them out if you haven't. They have some wonderful glaze combinations that they share, and they're just funny, wonderful people. And so this is called Lone Star, is what they call the glaze combination. And what it is ancient copper is going to be up here. She dips, and I don't have dipping, so I'm going to do 2 times ancient copper. But down here we start with 2 times Norris Blue, and then over that 1 time of cenote, which I just got cenote yesterday from Kiln. And then we do the ancient copper on the top here, and then it'll be ancient copper inside. So I'll come back and show you when I've got it all glazed up. I have the first coat of the Norris Blue on. Let that dry, and then I will put another coat of Norris Blue, and then the cenote. I've just decided that I want to do this combination on this mug also. So I'm going to do that first coat of Norris Blue on the bottom, and get back with you in a moment. I put that cenote on there pretty thick. There's quite a bit of crystals that float down at the bottom, so I tried to stir that up as much as I can. I hope I didn't put it on too thick where it's going to run off, but yeah, I did put it on kind of thick. So now we're going to let that dry, and we'll put our next coat of cenote on this mug. And better use the big brush, so get down to the bottom and get those crystals. Kind of messy because it wants to drip on. Again, trying to get as many crystals as possible. Get them on the handle too. Getting ready to drip. The messiest part of the operation, ancient copper. Stuff is red, 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 and wants to stain, stain, stain. Let's see, where did oh, there it is. Okay. I won't bore you with me glazing this whole thing. Show you when we're done. There we go, 2 coats of the ancient copper on this little one. There we are. We got the 2 coats of the ancient copper on there, inside and out. Here's what we're going to do next. This bowl right here is going to become like this bowl right here, which is so beautiful. But unfortunately, that is not very beautiful. It cracked. It cracked all the way through. Let's see in here. So we're going to duplicate this. So this is 2 times cordovan, inside and out, and then 2 times birch over that, inside and out, and then we put 1 time light flux, just strips randomly around the bowl, and that is what This bowl is going to become when I return. Cordovan is another one of those glazes that is really red and wants to stain. So we're going to do that now. Our first coat on the outside. I'll get one on the inside. I have that little swirl down there. This has to dry. All right, there's our first coat of Cordovan. Getting ready to put the 2x birch over the top of the Cordova. Mix it up a little bit. This is definitely thinner than the Cordova. This is the second coat of the birch. Already got the outside taken care of. Alright, that's our 2 coats of birch onto the light flux. I went a little bit lighter on the light flux because if you'll notice this ball over here, which is what I'm emulating, kind of ran off of here, so I didn't want to go too heavy. Besides that, the light flux had a tendency to flake. So I did the same thing. I went down in a spiral, but on this one I noticed when I went back and looked at the other video, I just put globs of the light flux. That's where all these are, so I didn't really care for that, so I went ahead and just did a wavy pattern all the way around, and we'll see how that looks. And next I'm getting ready to do this mug for a friend of mine who I did a mug for, and it cracked after she had it for a while. If you can see it right there. You can see where it cracked. Anyway, she'd like me to duplicate it. This has got clay all over it. Anyway, it's a peacock design, so I'm getting ready to duplicate that over onto this mug over here. So we'll see back here when I get done with that. So I got the manganese on this cup, and I used this this applicator here to go and put these W's in. So then I'm going to put the bluegrass, stroke and coat bluegrass dots in each one of those spaces. That's the next thing we're going to do. This is the bowl that I've done that is like this one back here. It's upside down with the crazed copper on it and the winterwood and the light flux and honey flux. So got the crazed copper, light and honey, light flux and honey flux and light flux, and then the winterwood down here. I'll flip it over and show you how it looks from the other side. Okay, here it is. Again, the crazed copper inside. This is what I'm emulating over here. Winterwood, and the honey flux and the light flux and crazed copper up here. So let's see how they compare when it comes out of the kiln. Now the next thing I want to point out is I'm getting ready to finish up this mug for my friend. I've got the 2 dots of the bluegrass on here and the manganese wash. And now, unbelievably, on top of all of this, you put Desert Dusk. Mako's Desert Dusk. Look at this. This is a dark gray, and it ends up with that sandstone look. So incredibly, in a moment, you're going to see that over the top of all of that. Incredible that that is going to turn into that beautiful peacock design. This little trinket dish or spoon rest will be in this kiln load also. This is Mako's gloss red and coyote white on the shape of the state of Ohio. This will be going in the kiln also, so you will be seeing this when it comes out. Also, this is a refire. It has some blistering, so I'm going to put it in the kiln and hopefully get rid of those blisters. We will see. I love the color of this. We will see how it looks when it comes out. One last piece I'm going to get in the kiln. This is 3 times of honey flux inside and out. And then this was 3 smoky merlot, 2 chun plum because it was really thick, a little space in between, and then another smoky merlot down here. This will go in tomorrow's kiln also. So you will be seeing it with the other items that I'll be unloading. Good morning. We're firing up the kiln this morning. Take a peek at what we got in here. This is just what's on the top. My friend's mug, the spoon rest, the last one I did last night, and Lone Star back there. Good morning. Let's open this thing up and see what we got. I didn't peek, so you're going to see it first with me, just a first quick peek. Yeah, like what I'm seeing. 4, 5, 6. And like what I'm seeing down there. I'll give you a closer look in a minute. Here is the kiln unveiling. This was the refire. Not so good. Had a few blisters when I put it in, and now it's just loaded, and of course the burgundy color just burnt out. So I might try putting something over the top of it and refiring it just to see if I can get the blisters to go away. I don't understand why it got more blisters, but Used copper bowl, which I did 3 coats inside, and then about to here-ish on the outside. The wood was 2 times about to here, and then I did a actually the winter wood came up to where I met the craze copper. And then I did a strip of light honey flux and then a strip of light flux over that. And then, just to show you, this was the bowl that came out of the last kiln. Just to show you the difference in the color of the craze copper. And this bowl was the cordovan all over and 2 times. And 2 times birch over the top of that. And then I did light flux just in bands around the outside. And that was to replace this bowl, which had the giant crack in it. And I like it. My friend's mug with the W's with the magnesium, and then the 3 dots of the bluegrass within the magnesium W's, and then I did 3 coats of sandstone over the top of that. Sorry, not sandstone, desert dusk. And my desert dusk was way thick. I am going to remake this because there were some of the crystals that just looked kind of funky to me. So, and it did run, so I have to sand that down too. But I'm going to I have another mug down there. I'm going to put in my next bisque load and remake this for my friend. But it's a pretty color. Just don't know. Well, I think I do know. I think that the desert dusk was too thick. And I just should have maybe just put 2 coats because of that. Absolutely love this glaze combination. So this was the mug and the shot glass for our friends. And this is 2 times Norris Blue. Same for both of these. 2 times Norris Blue. And then, excuse me, 1 time cenote over that. And then 2 times of the ancient copper here, a little bit on the handle, and then inside also. This glaze combination, I think I got from a website, RJM Pottery, perhaps. I haven't seen her post anything recently, but she had some gorgeous combinations. So this is 3 times honey flux inside and out. And then you do 3 times of the smoky merlot, about up to here, and then 2 times chun plum, just where that would meet right there. Leave a little gap, excuse me, and then put another line of smoky merlot underneath that. Gorgeous combination. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but I didn't do a good job with the coverage of the red gloss. It's streaky, so I would try doing that again. And that's the coyote white. But I just wanted to show you the difference between that and the one that I did in the bisque load, which was the candy apple red stroke and coat and old lace stroke and coat. And this was just done in the bisque firing. I like the stroke and coat better. Just got better coverage, less steps. That's just my opinion.